some very important announcement, some very important words coming from different department heads and our leaders, our administrators from this college. May God bless us today as we fasten our belt in starting this academic year in doing our responsibilities. This is my prayer.
Thank you so much, Pastor Henry. And indeed, we receive a very fresh blessing from God through the inspirational message. To close and open our program, let us request Pastor Selgas to offer the prayer. Pastor Selgas.
Okay, let us pray. Most gracious, most merciful Father, Lord in heaven, we thank you, Lord, for this day that you have given to each of us. And we thank you for the message that you have given to our speaker, Pastor Suhay. As we go on, O Lord, to our orientation, I pray that you will be with all of us today. Give us the wisdom to understand everything, especially in the instruction. In Christ I pray, amen.
Amen.
Okay. On behalf of AMC College, I warmly welcome you all to this student orientation for the first semester, school year 2021-2022. So a brand new semester has come. For sure, we are all excited to begin the semester. And we are all blessed and privileged to enroll at AMCC. And AMCC, with their arms wide open, welcomes you all. Special welcome to the newest members of the AMC family, and they are the freshmen and the transferees. We welcome you all, and I hope that today, as we conduct this student orientation, you will be informed of all the things that is within our school. Thank you for your time and thank you for joining us. May your attention will be able to sustain until the end of this program. And to start our program proper, let us pay respect to the singing of the national anthem. Sir Lalay.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, telas ng sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisipin, sa nanagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinagang tulang awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng pagkawat mo'y nagpumpay ka nagtitingin, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pamay di magtitingin. Lumang ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng pagkay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Okay. Sir Lalay, our national anthem, please. Si Sir Lalay.
ma'am, is it okay that ako na lang mag-sing sa national anthem?
Okay, Ma'am Sheila, please lead us in the singing of the national anthem.
Bayang magiliw, sing. Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sarite mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong paghaw, nagitilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal, ang gisap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw niyang kailan pa may di magdidilim, lupa ng araw ng walhati't pagsinta, po'y langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. Ma'am, nakamute ka, Ma'am Lai.
Okay, thank you so much. And today we'll be hearing the welcome speeches of our school officers, namely Dr. Bob Asis, our college president, Dr. Ruby Recopilacion, our vice president for academic affairs, Dr. Roger Lopez, vice president for student services, and Mr. Sherwin Hondinero, vice president for finance. Let's give them the time.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible to all?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. I'd just like to inform everybody that this time our college president, Dr. Bobby Assis, cannot join us because he has to attend to a very important meeting in Cagayan de Oro right now. So I was requested by the president, and together with the office of the vice president for academic affairs, I will just be officially welcoming everyone to our general orientation this meeting. But of course, I will be conveying to you the message of the president for his welcome. Okay, so Adventist Medical Center College is very much favored to have you, our dear students, come to learn about your chosen profession and build your future upon its foundation. The college guides you to discover and develop your potentials and lead you to great responsibilities in the years ahead. So long as you remain committed to your dreams and plans for your life, you will find your stay at AMC College really beneficial to yourself. And you can be an inspiration and a blessing to others as well. So at this point, on behalf of our college president, the office of the vice president for academic affairs, I am your VPAA, and I would like to welcome all of you, and please accept our heartfelt, warmest welcome. AMC College is now your school. This could be the best place for you to make your dreams a reality. So this is a fresh ground for you to start anew. Once again, welcome everyone. The whole family of Adventist Medical Center College is very happy and excited to have you with us this academic year 2021-2022. And may God bless us all today.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ruby Recopilacion. Dr. Lopez, it's now your time.
Good morning, everyone, especially to our beloved students and probably some of the parents joining their students via Zoom or Facebook Live. To all of you, we welcome you to the Adventist Medical Center College. You are beginning a new chapter in your life here at AMCC. It will be a challenging yet exciting and illuminating journey for you, especially that we are still in the pandemic times. AMCC is not a big college, but it is a caring community devoted or with devoted alumni, faculty, staff, and of course you, our students, and of course our supporters. Once you join AMCC, you will be an EMCian now and ever. The distinctive allied health programs with some education programs at AMCC will enable you to enjoy many facets of college life. Open your mind and engage the world around you. It falls to you to make the most of it. A pleasant day to all of you, dear students.
Lopez for that welcome speech. Let's give time to our Vice President for Finance, Sir Sherwin Hondinero. Sir Hondinero. Now, the students, faculty, and staff, we have heard the speeches of our officers from Dr. Roberico Pilacion and Dr. Lopez. And I understand Sir Hondinero is, I don't know if he is in, but as we continue with our orientation, let's give time to the different department who will inform us of what to do and what are the services that in store for us. And let us begin from the students of the Department of Student of Services to be led by our Vice President for Student Services, Dr. Roger Lopez.
Okay, thank you so much, Duklay. Can I share my screen?
Go ahead.
Okay. Teka, ha? Can my screen be seen already?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. To our beloved students, good morning to all of you. And probably for some of you who are joined by your parents with this general orientation we have for all of you who have chosen to come as a family member of the Adventist Medical Center College. As your second father of college, may I orient you with your rights, your duties, and your obligations. Okay? So it is very important that you will be oriented with your rights as a student, with your duties, and with your obligation. Okay, so let me start with this. I will not make this one too long, But it is very important that you will be oriented how the college operate and what are the rules and regulations, responsibilities, and your obligations. So in section 1 of the manual of regulations for higher education institutions, you have your rights, or the students' rights. This is pursuant to section 2, rule 2 on rights of the education. So your number 1 right is the right to receive primarily through competent instruction, relevant or quality education. You have that right. Okay, relevant quality education in line with national goals and conducive to your development as persons with human dignity. Second, you have the right to freely choose a field of study. Remember that one. You have that right that you can freely choose a field of study based on existing curricula and to continue therein until they shall have graduated, or up until you shall have graduated from your course, except, there is an exception, except in case of academic deficiency or violation of disciplinary rules and regulations. Okay, you have that right to choose a field of study, but once you violate a certain rules or certain rule and regulation of the college, then the college has the right to, or not to allow you to finish your degree program. Or if you fail or you have deficiencies in your academics. Third right that you have is the right to avail of school guidance and counseling services toward making decisions and in selecting alternative fields of schoolwork suited to your potentialities. Fourth, you have the right to have access to your own school records, which shall be maintained and preserved in a confidential manner by the school. Next, you have the right to expeditious action not exceeding 30 days from receipt of request by the school to the issuance of official school certificates, diplomas, transcript of records, grades, transfer credentials, and similar school documents or records. Okay, you have that right. When you request for a certificate, a diploma, transcript of records or grades, you have that right to be given in an expeditious manner the certificate you are requesting. Next, you have the right to publish a student newspaper and similar publications, and to invite resource persons during assemblies, symposia, and other activities of similar nature. So in the Adventist Medical Center College, we have our college newspaper. Before it was named as Spectrum. Your next right is to have free expression of opinions and suggestions, and to avail of effective channels of communication with the appropriate academic and administrative bodies of the school. And then you have the right to form, establish, join, and participate in organizations and societies for purposes not contrary to law and recognized by the school to foster their intellectual, cultural, spiritual, and physical growth and development. So here in the college, once a group applies for recognition, then we require a certain group to submit the constitution and bylaws, the rules and regulations, and then we will recognize such an organization that applies for recognition. Next, you have the right to be free from involuntary contributions, except those approved by your own organizations or societies. In the college, in the Adventist Medical Center College, you have your central student organization. And this organization of yours, you have, once you enroll, you have to what is that? Give your contribution to the organization. That is your CISO fee. And that CISO fee is taken care of by the college as an account which is under the CISO, which is your money. That is your contribution to your organization. Next is your duties. Duties and responsibilities or obligation. The Education Act of 1982 states that students shall have the following duties and responsibilities. Remember, you have duties and responsibilities. In addition to those provided for under other existing laws, you have this duty to exert your utmost in the development of your potentialities for service. Okay? Exert your utmost in the development of your potentialities for service, particularly by undergoing an education suited to your abilities, that you may become assets to your families and to society. Okay, so you have this duty. You need to develop your potentialities fully so that you will become assets to your families and to the community you are living in. That is your duty. Hindi pasaway sa community. Second, you have to uphold the academic integrity of the school. Okay, again, you have to uphold the academic integrity of the school. You are to endeavor to achieve academic excellence. Okay, so by this, you are reminded to study, because you have to endeavor to achieve academic excellence and abide by the school rules and regulations governing your academic responsibilities and your moral integrity. Okay? You have to abide by the school rules and regulations that governs your academic responsibilities and your moral integrity. Next, you have the duty, you have the obligation to promote and maintain the peace and tranquility of the school by observing the school rules of discipline and by exerting efforts toward the attainment of harmonious relationships with fellow students, faculty, and other school personnel. Next, duty. You have the duty to participate actively in civic affairs, particularly in the social, economic, and cultural development of the community toward the attainment of a just, compassionate, and orderly society, and to exercise your rights knowing that you are answerable for any infringement or violation of the general welfare of the rights of others. So students, you have your rights, you have your duties and obligations, but your rights are not absolute rights. When the rights of others comes, then your rights end. So, ganyan. May right tayo, pero pag lumampas na tayo doon sa rights sa iba, then we are already violating a certain rule or a certain regulation. Now, let me orient you with disciplinary sanction, especially when, for example, a student disobeys a policy or the rules and regulations of the school. For Section 1 This is the classification of offenses. According to CHED Memorandum Section 106, preventive suspension and categories of administrative penalties stipulated the 4 categories of administrative penalties, namely, number 1, suspension. Number 2, non-readmission. Third, exclusion. And 4th, expulsion. Okay, so the college can impose these sanctions on students. Okay, first one, the college can suspend a certain student from coming to school, probably for 3 days or probably 7 days. And it shouldn't be more than 20% of the number of days in the semester, calendar days in the semester. The college can also deny your readmission in the college. When a student is disobedient to the policy of the school, then the college has the right to deny your admission, or you will be excluded from your enrollment in that college. For example, non-payment of your required payable in school. Pero diri sa ato kuan tanong kanang maistorya ta, no? Pero sa uban, once wala ka bayad ana nga first grading, wala ka bayad, the school has the right to exclude the student from the school rules. And 4th is expulsion. This is the most severe sanction of an offending student. So in conjunction with the CHED Memorandum, the school discipline section of the manual is subscribed by the Adventist Medical Center College, especially the categories of administrative penalties, namely suspension, exclusion, and expulsion. Okay, so here are the categories of offenses. Offenses are categorized as grave offenses, less grave offenses, light offenses. For grave offenses, the sanction that the college is allowed to do is expulsion. This is exclusion from admission of a student to any public or private school in the country. This is a very extreme penalty. Kumbaga, pag ang estudyante ay na-expel sa isang school, the student cannot be given a moral or a good moral certificate by which the student can transfer to any public or private schools around the country, unless the expulsion is lifted up by the college or the college that expels the student. So kanyan ang mangyari, dili yun makabalhin o laing eskwelahan ang estudyante once the student is expelled from the college. Next is less grave offenses. The college has the right to exclude the student. So this exclusion is simply to drop the name of the student from the rules of the college for being undesirable. And transfer credentials are immediately issued. This is different from expulsion. No? Kung baga, the student, offending student, the erring student, the disobedient student will be dropped from the college records for being undesirable. And the college will right away process the transfer of credentials for the student. However, such exclusion shall not prevent the disciplined student from enrolling again in the college should the student desire to return after a grace period of 1 year. So, kung ang magbisaya ta, daghan man tang Bisaya dre aron masabtan dagmayo. Kung ang estudyante ma-exclude sa college Probably the college will say the student will be excluded for 1 semester. The student has the right to to come again and be enrolled in the college after the grace period or after the exclusion of 1 semester, or probably a grace period of 1 year. That is offenses. Students can be suspended. Suspension is a sanction imposed to a student liable of any offense by depriving the student to enter the school premises for a period. Just like what I said, probably a student can be suspended for 3 days, 5 days, or 7 days. According to the law, suspension should not exceed 20% or a semester or year. Now, what are the violations that a student can be expelled from the college? Number 1, remember this one, beloved students, gross misconduct. Gross misconduct. Grabe kayo gyud ka. Buluyagon, ha? Let me tell you this in Bisaya. B, dishonesty. Being dishonest. The school has the right to expel the student for the dishonesty of the student. Hazing. Of course, we still, as a college, as an Adventist college, we do not allow our students to join any fraternities and sororities because hazing still is practiced by some groups. So we do not allow you to join. Remember that one. 4th, carrying of deadly weapons or even displaying it. No? Dala-dala mo yung weapon, deadly weapon, display it, then you can be expelled from the college. Immorality. Okay? Immorality. Immoral acts. Hindi ka, ano yan? Aya-ayang gawain. Immoralidad. You can be, what? Expelled from the college. Next is selling and or possession of prohibited drugs such as marijuana, shabu, and cocaine, and the like. Okay, our government is very much into the drug war. And so we are helping the government. So we prohibit our students to sell, to possess marijuana, shabu, and cocaine, and other drugs. A student, an offending student, can be referred to the police for selling or possessing prohibited drugs. Next is drug dependency. Addict sa droga, mandurugas, can be expelled. Drunkenness also. This will lead to the expulsion of the student because the student choose to come to school to be trained, to finish a degree. However, some students are tempted to get into drunkenness, no? Palahubog, no? Lasinggero. And the college has the right to expel the student. Hooliganism, okay? Vandalism, assaulting a pupil or student or school personnel, instigating or leaving illegal strikes or similar concerted activities resulting to stoppage of classes, preventing or threatening any pupil or student or personnel from entering the school premises or attending classes or discharging their duties, no? Ganyan. Ay may iba dyan, atangan nila diya sa gate, atangan sa puntahan, si sir, si ma'am. A student that will do this can be expelled from the college. Forging or tampering with school records or school forms. A student can be expelled by forging a school record or And last here, securing or using forged school records, forms, and documents. So nagpa-enroll yung isang estudyante, dala-dala niya forged records from a certain school. Then when that is found out, the college can sanction the student by expelling the student. Now, additionally, here are the added infractions that could justify the imposition of grave offenses. Number 1, attempting to bribe the dean. Okay. Attempting, sir, papasal mo naman ako, bigyan kita ng 10,000. Papasal mo lang ako. That is bribery. Attempting to bribe a student, a dean or a teacher, or any school personnel for that matter can be expelled because this is a justifiable cause for expelling a student. Bayaran si sir para lang makapasa. That is a justifiable cause of expelling a student. Cursing and slapping a staff or server at the school canteen or the cafeteria. Disrupting classes and barricading the school entrance. Assaulting a teacher. Beating up another student ng bugbog. Assaulting the basketball players. Sa ngayon, wala pang laro, hindi pa inalaw yung basketball and contact games. But by the time we will be allowed, then when somebody playing in the court and will assault somebody, that is a ground for sanction. Fighting with another student. Oh, nakipag-away. Physical fight. Hazing. Again, this is a repeat of what the Chen Memorandum says. Possession of marijuana or prohibited drugs. Smoking marijuana. Selling examination papers. So this is one that you are to be very careful of. Selling examination papers. That is cheating. It's a form of cheating. Plagiarism. Falsely accusing another student. Lying at the hearing on the charges against himself. This is when students are called for investigation. The students will lie at the hearing of the investigators. Teachers doing the investigation process, then the student can be charged of lying, and this can be a good ground for expelling the student. Refusing to identify the student who violated a school regulation whereby he or she has a knowledge of. This is obstruction of justice, no? May isang tao nagkasala against the rules and regulations of the college, and here comes another student who have seen what the certain student have done, but the student would refuse to identify the student he saw doing the crime. So that is a ground for expelling the student. Next is delivery of unoffensive, lewd, and indecent speech which contains sexual metaphors. And last, being drunk and disorderly in the streets in violation of an ordinance of the barangay, town, or city, or ordinance. So I would remind our students, once your records are in our registrar's office, so you become a student of the Adventist Medical Center College. Estudyante ka na sa Adventist Medical Center College, you are bringing the name of the Adventist Medical Center College already. Pag nakita ka na nagwawala doon sa kalye kasi lasing ka doon sa kalye, you are bringing the name of the school. The college has the right to place you under sanction. So, nandito kayo to study, not to be drunkards. So, iwasan muna ninyo. Iwasan ninyo yung temptation to go to party and drink alcoholic beverages that would distort your judgment and that you will become disorderly in the streets or even in your homes. So that is a reminder. To continue, it is also part of the school's ideals to provide conducive atmosphere for learning experiences. With its aims and guiding principles, Adventist Medical Center College maintains high standards in student behavior. This code of student conduct sets forth the behavioral patterns or practices that are incompatible with the school standards and ideals. A student of AMC College needs to refrain from such acts for his or her own well-being and for the welfare of the school community. Thus, a point system is herein adopted to ensure an objective, stable, and fair procedure of implementing school discipline. May I explain this to you? A point system is adopted by the college. All of you enrolled this semester will be given 30 points merits. So kung baga, lahat kayo may 30 points merits this semester. A violation will cause a deduction to the merits given or assigned by the college to you. For example, doon tayo sa pinakamabigat, cheating. Cheating is a grave offense and a student can be deducted with 30 points, can be demerited with 30 points. Ang mangyari, naubos yung 30 points merits ng estudyante. Pag naubos yan, the student becomes undesirable already in the college. So therefore, the student can be excluded or can be suspended for 1 semester or 1 year from the college kasi naubos yung 30 points merits niya na inassign sa college sa kanya. Kung baga, ibig sabihin, the 30 merits given to you stands as your good moral character here in the college once you are enrolled. Pag lumabag ka sa isang batas sa college, you will or points will be deducted from your parents and that would be the ground for review of your good standing in the college. So again, that is the point system that we adopted here in the college. So a noble character is the result of self-discipline, of the subjection of the lower to the higher nature, the surrender of self for the service of love to God and man. Now let me go straight to the guidebook for the implementation of flexible learning. This guidebook was just recently approved by the college administration as mandated by CHED. Just this pandemic times that the college needs to give you a guidebook for the implementation of flexible learning. The contents are we have the introduction, flexible learning mode, etiquette during online classes, and I will focus on the etiquette on online classes. These etiquette are adapted from the online learning etiquette guide, 14 principles to help students by Barney, the EBCs of online school etiquette by Renier, and the 7 rules for online etiquette. While it is true that face-to-face classes are still beyond our reach and flexible learning through online classes becomes its alternative, it does not mean we have to throw our good manners altogether inside the waste basket. It does not mean as well that students are free to do whatever they wanted to do or say whatever they like to say. As moral beings, we need to do what is good for others and us. Number 1, be on time. Okay, again, students, remember that you need to be on time. because punctuality is especially important for online classes. In online classes, you need to be punctual and be, or in other words, be on time. Be in the online classroom on the dot, so that you will have ample time to request your teacher to allow you to join the class. When the teacher and students are in the same room together, the teacher can call everyone to attention. So be on time or be punctual. And here is a note I added: the teacher shall open the online class platform 5 minutes ahead of the scheduled meeting to have ample time to accept students into the class. This means that teachers handling classes in between periods shall dismiss their classes 5 minutes before their class schedule ends or expires. So bigyan natin ng 5 minutes yung next teacher, so that the next teacher will have enough time to accept students in the online class or in the online class platform. That is number 1. Be on time. Next is you have to wear your proper attire. Again, wear proper attire. Hindi yung nag-shirt, nag-panty lang kayo, nag-brief lang kayo, no? Sa inyong room. Learning from the comfort of your home can make it feel desirable to dress in appropriately. Again, learning from the comfort of your home can make it feel desirable to dress in appropriately. When attending online classes, you have to dress appropriately. Make sure you look presentable and professional. While it is true that you are not required to wear the uniform in online classes, hindi namin kayo na-require na magpatahi ng uniforme, you are expected to dress in a way that is modest and clean. Okay, remember that one. We do not require you to have your uniforms sewn by the seamstress or the tailor, but you are expected to dress in a way that is modest and clean even in online classes. Remember that there are times that you will be required to open your camera. And of course, our teachers really wanted that your cameras will be open, but for the sake of internet connection, sometimes our teachers will allow you not to open your cameras. Okay, so there are times your teacher will require to open your camera to share your screen through video to engage in discussion. So please dress well. Sleepwear and anything that could be perceived as immodest should be avoided. Okay, ganyan ha. Estudyante kayo, nasa bahay, pero dapat you are to be dressed well, or you have to wear proper attire. Next is, parang hindi na malaw yung PowerPoint ko. Teka ha, pagka mahina ang internet dito. I see, kasi parang nawala. This is very important. This is very important. How shall I do it now? Kasi hindi na gumagana. I stop it first. Stop my screen sharing. If I can do it without the screen sharing. Parang umayaw yung PowerPoint, parang mahina yung RX. Anyway, the guidebook for the online classes etiquette will be uploaded on our website. Okay, and you can read it again and again. For the meantime, as my computer is no longer cooperating, I would just suggest that you are to visit our college official website, because this guidebook will be uploaded, and this would be your guide as you will be attending online classes in any online classes platforms, Mawela or Google or anong mga platforms. You have to be guided by this guidebook we have created to guide you this year and onwards until you will graduate from the Adventist Medical Center College. For now, may I request that I will be given time to now be out and give the time to the next speaker.
Thank you, Dr. Lopez. And I would like to suggest that if you have some questions, please reserve it during our open forum. Thank you. And the next will be from the guidance office, our guidance counselor, Ma'am Merlin Makilan Nakayo.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Can I be heard?
Yes.
Okay. So I'd like to thank Pastor Lopez for the presentation of some of the guidelines of the online classes. And if you only follow all of them, probably you will not be having a problem this first semester having your classes online. Now, I have only listed here a few of our services which can be rendered during this pandemic period, okay? So we have forgo some of our programs due to our situation at this time, and face-to-face program, and our services that can be conducted during the face-to-face will no longer be given because it cannot be given online. Like, for example, testing, supposed to be, we are the first office to cater you when you enrolled as a first step, but now we forgo it and then just proceed to the different departments for you to be enrolled. Now, and of course, Pastor Lopez have mentioned some of the sanctions that if you will be having some problems, and the guidance office is also involved in that, particularly if we are having a face-to-face classes. Now, let me remind you, because we are encountering from time to time many problems during this pandemic period, especially in your classes, and not only you yourselves are having problems, but also teachers are also involved with your problems. Now, let me remind you where to address your problems, okay? First here, if your problem is related to your academics, so you have your teachers, you can address them to them directly, so discuss with them, and you have to come up on how are you going to solve your problems that you encounter in your subjects. Now, if you cannot see your teachers, probably, or your problems or your academic problems cannot be addressed directly by your teachers, then probably you can refer it to your deans and department heads, so that they could address your concern, not just to anybody else, So it's nice to be connected with our deans, our teachers, so that your problems that you will be encountering in your classes will be resolved. So I hope some of your parents are with you this morning, so at least they will be aware where to go when you are having some problems with your online classes. Now, next here is regarding the financial matters. Of course, you have to address it to the business office, especially Ma'am Morinti, our Dean of Student Finance. She would address your problem. And of course, their detailed information are posted in our college page, web page. You can see there their telephone numbers, and also with the rest of the departments for you to address your problems through telephone or cell phones, no? But they have also the I think they have also, you can also chat them, no, through our college web page. Now also our guidance office created a FB page, no, so you can visit our FB page, no, the concert is on the Facebook. The name is AMCC Guidance Services. So it's always open. And if ever you have some concerns which you cannot directly address it to your teachers or some other offices, you can place it there. No? So post your inquiries and other problems that you'll be encountering, because our student peer facilitators are also trying to help you solve that, including ourselves, no? Mrs. Paragados and I, okay? Although we are also teaching at the same time, but of course, as much as possible, we'll try our best that we can address your problems properly. Now, Pastor Lopez mentioned about the counseling services, so that is one of your rights as stipulated in your college handbook, no? But right now, of course, we cannot do face-to-face counseling. It's really different, no, to do online counseling. But as much as we also tried our best, how are we going to cater to your problems through counseling? Now, as of now, what you are going to do if you need to talk to us or communicate with us, or you need some counseling, you can go to our messenger, no? Anyway, you have your own Facebook, you can type there our names, no? Mrs. Paragados and myself, and then we can address your problem, or we could do some chatting as sort of counseling. But if ever you are not satisfied with just chatting, because sometimes it takes time for us to communicate through typing what are our feelings, no? So sometimes you cannot also see your expressions. If how do you feel? Probably you can arrange to talk to us through video call. No? We'll have an appointment for us to do it for you, no? So that it is more comfortable. You can air out your feelings, no? Dahil naman yun nang mag-chat-chat ta, no? Kaya di ka kabalo, di gini mo dugay ka ito mahuman. But if you need for us to communicate with us, you will hear our voice, no? Our expressions. Probably you can call us, arrange for a time that both of us in the guidance staff will be available, so that we can communicate or talk to each other. So that's it, no? This is now the new scenario when it comes to counseling. No? It's really nice to be having face-to-face counseling rather than having it online. But as of now, we can have that options, no? For you to be helped with whatever problems that you will have. Now, since last year, Mrs. Paragados and myself are also teaching, no? So of course, we also cater to the problems of our problems of our students, no? Under us. Okay, so let me do these reminders, no? Because lately there are some students who are experiencing some problems, because it's very important that you are going to check every now and then, no, the assignments, announcements, or whatever materials that your teacher is posting there in your group chat, or in the whatever forms of online classroom that they are doing, like for example, Edmodo, Google, Willa, Silid, no? So they can post there, no? Kung unsa ilang ginagamit na platform, no, in their teaching, because we use different platforms, no? So always try to check, no? Kay usay dili ninyo ma-overlook ninyo nga na deadline na, your teachers remind you, but still you fail to submit them on time. So later on, When the grades is already submitted to CHED, then you can no longer change it. So just be careful, take note of that. That is very important. No? So for you not to be having problems with your academics or subjects, comply all the requirements on time, take quizzes and exam on time, and if you fail to take them on time, you right away inform your teachers what's your problem, so at least they can arrange to give you a special one. No? Okay, and then what else? And I think that those are very important because we are teaching also, no? So we know these problems. This is not only experienced by one teachers, but the rest of the teachers, no? So it's really hard. That's why we have to cooperate with the guidelines or the teachers that are doing in our classes, so at least we have problems later on. Okay, so this is
So thank you very much, Ma'am Nakario. So let's give time to our college librarian, Sir Jeremy Pabicon. Sir Jeremy. So if Sir Jeremy is not yet around, let's give time to our college registrar, Sir Dan Ikarma.
Yes.
Cannot be heard, Sir Dan.
Good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good morning. Sorry. There's a technical problem. To our college administrators, faculty and staff, to our new students, you might be transferees or incoming freshmen, and to our parents who are attending our general orientation today, good morning. This is Mr. Danilo Icarma, your college registrar. Our registrar's office is the one keeping the school records. So I would like to announce this to our students that I know that you have attached online your school records. For our transferees, your transcript of record for evaluation, your PSA birth certificate, and your good moral character. And for our incoming freshmen, or for our new students, your Form 138 or your report card, the high school, your PSA birth certificate, and good moral character certificate. So I would like to remind you that we need the hard copy of it. You attach it online to Wella, but you have to send it through any courier services available in your place as soon as possible, because we need it in our office for filing. And for your certificate of registration or COR, to those who need it, to those who need a hard copy, you can email us if you need it for your scholarship. You need the signature of the registrar. You can email us, or you can come to our office anytime you want, so that we can print you the certificate of registration. And for your grades, you can view your grades online via Wella. And if you want a hard copy, you can also come to our office anytime you want, so that we can give you the hard copy of your certificate of grades. Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you very much. Sir Dan, are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So let's give time to our college librarian, Sir Jeremy Pabicon.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, in the absence of our college librarian, Mr. Arthur Cabasa, who is on leave, I would like to share to you what is our services during this time in this pandemic in our department, which is the library. Now, currently, we have some adapted or innovative services which is needed during this time. We have this Olibor, or outdoor library book returns. What is this Olibor? By the way, the objective on this is that to enable the MC College library users to return easily and safely the books during this COVID-19 pandemic. And the other one is to facilitate the returning of borrowed books and materials without violating health protocols prescribed to prevent further transmission of COVID-19 infection. As we all know that we really have a challenge on this library transaction during this time, but despite of this, it's not a hindrance for our library users to borrow or to avail our services, which is convenient, and yet we are still following the health protocol. So with these services or this service, no more books check-ins on the front desk. So this service is offered to let library patrons or library users drop off their borrowed books and media resources in designated book drop box located at the main entrance of the AMCC annex building guard house beside the tennis court. So meaning, when you happen to avail or to borrow books from our department, I encourage everybody that you have to message us or inform us as to what book or books that you wanted to borrow so that we can prepare it. If possible, during this time, we discourage our library users to physically visit our department. Physically department. However, we can still be able to give you the materials that you wanted. So just message us and me or personally. Then, if we read on the books that you wanted to borrow, I would suggest that you'll just have to go to the guardhouse because we are going to leave the book there, and you have to fill up a certain book card or the yellow card at the back of the book. Then you just have to leave the yellow card to the guard on duty. At the same time, you can bring the book back to your home. Then the process, by the way, of this Olibor, as I've said earlier, is that just you have to contact us first. Then we will prepare the books. Then later on, you can fetch the book at the guardhouse. Then we also have this library information and research assistance. This is a new services that we offered during this pandemic. This is service wherein you can message us as to what are the things or the topics that you wanted to make a research, since physically it is impossible for you to be here. And we will try to make some screenshots or even pictures on these topics that we wanted to avail. Then probably we're going to send it to you so that you can receive it on your messenger or even your email, which I will be posted later on. So the objective of this is to enable the MCC College Library to conduct virtually various reference assistance and services to different library patrons of the college in the new normal during this pandemic. Okay, then to respond to the address effectively the online queries of BMC College Library clientele through online means. Then you can contact us using my Facebook account, which is Jimmy Pager, and our email address, which is pager144@yahoo.com. Then, in cases wherein the student or the users will be able to visit our department, these are the things that we need to consider. Is number one is we have to observe always the health protocol. These are just for the extreme case wherein we're able to accept library walk-in users. So you need to wear face shield, the face mask. Then we have to observe of course, the social distancing. In our current setup right now, our table in the library is a long table. So what we did was we just provided one chair in each long table so that the minimum standard of distancing will be implemented. Then we have adopted also this one entrance and one exit policy. Currently, our entrance in the college library is located in the annex building, is in the right side gate of the building, which is above the boys dormitory. So that's our main entrance, and the exit is in the left side of the building, which is also above the girls dormitory. Then, for example, if you happen to visit our departments, we discourage students or library users to have the stalking. If possible, just have to do some research or less talking, maybe, so that the chances of the infection will be minimal. These are all advice from the CHED and from the ITF, which we already informed. Then, when the student will be able to return the book, we provided a drop box to the guardhouse, so you don't need to visit the library to return it to the reserve section or to our counter, but you just have to leave the books that you have borrowed to the box that we provided in the guardhouse. Generally, these are the things that we are following in the library, our library rules and regulations. Number one is our borrower or the borrower must be a bona fide enrollee in this school year or this academic year. So we encourage you, if ever, when you avail the service, the borrowing service, is that you have to present the COR or the certificate of registration as a proof that you are really a bona fide student enrolled in this semester. Then our books have been classified into reserve, to circulation, and other classifications. However, our books which is in the reserve sections are only allowed to be borrowed in an overnight basis. So failure to return the book in the following day will have a book fines. Okay. Then number 3 is books under the circulation sections or the circulation collection can be borrowed in 3 days, consecutive 3 days. So the same, if you fail to return that after 3 days, you will be imposing a certain fines. Okay. Then magazines, journals, and general reference collections, thesis, or community research and diagnosis cannot be borrowed. It is just for internal usage or within the library usage. Then students are allowed to borrow 3 books with different authors' titles. So that's our policy. The number 6 is delayed books can be sanctioned with book fines. So as I mentioned earlier, that reserved books can be fined if it will not be returned on time into 5 pesos per hour. That's for the reserved books, and 5 pesos per day for the circulation collection. Then, in case a library users lost our book or our library materials, may I suggest that you just have to report to us immediately so that we will be able to make some settlement or negotiations as to how you are going to compensate on the books that you have misplaced or lost. Okay, then our library hours is from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays only, and we have this lunch break. Then, lastly, our library currently is located, the college library is located at the 2nd floor of the annex building near the tennis court. So for now, that would be my update for our services. So I hope you'll be able to avail this sooner or later. So thank you for your time and good morning, everyone.
So thank you very much, Sir Fabican, for the library updates, and we want to let the student know that even though you are far from this campus, still you can access our e-library. Just visit our website. And now let us hear from the Director for Student Finance, Ma'am Mercy Morente. Ma'am, it's now your time.
Good morning. Good day, everyone, and welcome to Adventist Medical Center College. We are grateful that you choose this institution in helping you achieve your academic endeavors. In this part of the orientation, I would like to walk you through the financial responsibilities you need to know for this academic year 2021-2022. I have here 3 items for you to know. First is the schedule of accounts settlements. Students who would not opt to pay in full during the enrollment must follow the schedule of payment. The remaining balance after the down payment will be divided into 3 examination periods. For example, a student has a total of 20,000, total charge of 20,000 and paid 5,000 as down payment. The remaining balance of 15,000 will be divided into 3. So the student must pay 5,000 during the prelim, midterm, and semifinal examinations. Para pag-abot sa finals, 0 na, wala na yung problema. Number 2 is refund of tuition and other school fees. A student who transfers or withdraws in writing within 2 weeks after the beginning of classes and has already paid the pertinent tuition and other school fees will be charged 10% of the amount due. For example, ang student nag-pay na, dili na siya ma-refund 100%. Kaya naanay 10% nga na-charge sa tuition and other school fees. And number 3 is the mode of payment. Kindly refer to the school's official website at amcc.edu.ph for the modes of payment. If you choose to pay through methods other than the walk-in transaction, you must send the deposit slip, proof of payment at bo@amcc.edu.ph. And it will take at least 3 to 5 working days for the finance department to confirm your payments. Why 3 to 5 days? Pag-receive sa business office sa inyong deposit slip or proof of payment, ato pa ni siyang i-confirm o i-validate sa ato bank before maresibuan sa cashier. So, if you want faster transaction, paying directly through our school cashier would be more preferable, especially those staying here and nearby Iligan City. Na ako'y i-explain gamay aning sa ato ang mga deposit slip or proof of payment. Especially during examination time. During face-to-face, we are giving or releasing the examination permit once a student is cleared. But since we are online, the business office is making a list of students who are allowed to take the exam on a daily basis. For example, kung ang atong exam nag-start Wednesday, Tuesday evening, or early sa Wednesday morning, magpadala ta og list sa ato ang mga deans katong maka-take na sa exam. Monday or Tuesday na siya or ang student nagpay online during Monday or Tuesday, dili na gid ni siya ma-appeal ang iyahang name sa list na ihatag namo sa mga deans anang Tuesday evening or Wednesday early morning. So, akong i-suggest kato mag-pay online, mag-pay earlier before sa day 1 examination time. Wala problema sa kaning nag-walk-in payment kay automatic man na masulod ang ilahang bayad sa ilang account. Medyo magproblema lang taan ni katong nag-online payment. If you need further information, do not hesitate or feel free to contact the business office. In these trying times, we would like to appeal to settle your account on or before the deadlines. With God's grace, we believe we can make our way through this situation. Again, thank you so much for choosing Adventist Medical Center College. God bless everyone.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Mercy, for that instruction to our students. Next, we'll be hearing from our chaplaincy department.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Madungog ako. Hello, can I be here? Hello,
Yeah.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. Welcome to AMCC College. By the way, I am Pastor Roel Selgas, your college chaplain, and the services that we have offered in this college is like to ask Ma'am Lai to assist me to the PowerPoint that you can see in the screen. So the first thing that we need to understand as student in this college, the chaplaincy department services is first is to facilitate the week of prayer once every semester. Meaning, so for the whole year, there are 2 week of prayers that you and the faculty, together with our faculty and staff, will be joining in this week of prayer. So during the face-to-face, we have this in a venue here in the multipurpose hall. But since we are now in the online, so we have also online week of prayer. So every during that week of prayer, we will be sending a link for you to see, and your attendance are checked for that. So students are expected prayer because this week of prayer will help us or help you to foster your faith in God. So second, we cater your spiritual needs of students and also to our faculty and staff. Meaning, if you have some prayer requests that you like to include, do you want to talk about God, to talk with Allah, then you can approach me. So some of our students knows me very well, especially our old student. For the new ones, I'm a very approachable person. You can approach me here, or you can contact me through my Facebook account, or also in the messenger. So just simple na kaya akong pangalan. You can see it in the screen, the complete name. So Roel Selgas. Okay, so I'll be help you to have a closer relationship with God. So whether you are a Islam, a Baptist, a Catholic, so we help you to have a closer relationship with God, to strengthen your relationship. And also, we also offer visit homes to our students. If you are in Iligan and you want to be visited by us, the chaplaincy, because you want to pray over, to pray over for the sick ones in your family, and also I can give counseling, in your home. So you can help, you can approach me for spiritual counseling if requested by you. And also we have also our Sabbath services that we offer in our church. We have the midweek prayer, Whispers program, and the Sabbath school, and the AY program. For our midweek prayer here in the college, we always at 6 o'clock in the evening. Before, we have this, what we call the, I forgot the term, but the chapel period, or there's another term for that. What's that, Ma'am Lai? Could you help me? Sa itong term? Convict. I just forgot the term. But that is the midweek prayer, no? So
Convocation.
Convocation. Yeah, convocation. That's it. The convocation. So, muna sa itong midweek. So, we like to invite you as well for that to attend. Sa atong Whispers program, we start 7 o'clock in the evening. So our Adventist students, our dormitorians are encouraged to join with us the midweek prayer and the Whispers program here in our church. No? So we also observe 30% of attendance. So pwede naman tayo magkakaroon mass gathering. So we encourage our Adventist students, especially those who stayed in the dormitories, those who are living in the boarding houses nearby, so you can attend our services here. So Sabbath worship, we start at 8:30 in the morning and we ended at 5 o'clock or 5:30 in the afternoon because natin gitawag na AY program, and this is for all Adventist youth student and also to non-SDA student. You are not required, but if you want to visit and if you want to observe, you are welcome to attend. No? Even once in a month, you can attend with us here. That's you are very welcome. And also we mentor students for church skills. Our young people in our school, we have trained them to become leaders and to lead out others as well. So we have also a organization for young people. We call that the Life Bind Group. For our Adventist students, we like to encourage you to join that group, the Life Bind, for all Adventist students, for training, for leadership, no? And to work for God in His ministry. So that's all the another slide that we have here. Next, press ma'am line to the next slide. Ma'am line. Nasa sa iyang control.
Okay, church services.
Here, yeah, I have already mentioned this one. No? Sabbath services. Every Sabbath we have here that you can visit this page, every Center College Campus Church, and you can see our Sabbath services every Sabbath morning. So thank you so much for your time. Welcome to AMCC College.
Okay, thank you so much, Pastor Roel Selgas. Now we have heard the different instructions from our services department. So if you have some questions and clarification, please reserve it during our open forum. And now, let us give the time to our Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Roberto Cupilacion, for the introduction of the AMC college programs and their respective deans and department heads. Dr. Roby, it's now your time.
Thank you so much, and good morning once again. I am happy for this privilege given me to present to you the academic programs and the plans of Adventist Medical Center College. Again, I would like to thank and recognize our participants today. As of this time, there are 403 participants in our orientation this morning. Okay, so let me start my presentation by sharing to you Okay, let me start by sharing to you the emblems of Adventist Medical Center College. So this refers to the philosophy, the vision, mission, goals, and core values of AMCC. Okay, so we have the philosophy of AMCC. It believes in God as a true model of harmonious Adventist education. And because this is our unique feature of Adventist Medical Center College. And then we have also this mission. AMC College prepares lifelong learners for the joy of wider service in this world and a greater joy hereafter. If you noticed, among our old students and the faculty and staff, we have actually revised our college emblems, and it has been approved by the College Board in December 2020. Okay, for our vision, AMC envisions to be a dynamic Adventist learning institution toward evangelization, transformation, professionalism, and service. And then for the goals and objectives, AMC College aims to, number one, pursue curricular and co-curricular undertakings founded on God's word and love. Second is to develop character above intellect. Third, proclaim God's love through the use of God-given talents and capabilities. Fourth, acquire accreditation of curricular programs, establish linkages, and gain institutional recognition. Fifth, immerse the faculty and students in service learning programs toward constructive community interaction. And the sixth one, produce research-oriented and globally competent graduates. Okay, then we have our core values. I think most of you, especially the old students, are already familiar with this because we did not change this one. Our core values for A, that is the name of our college, AMCC. A stands for academic integrity and accessibility. M for moral uprightness and motivation. C, creativity and consistency. And another C, commitment and compassion. So I would just like to remind everybody that we need to internalize our college emblems because this will be the tool for us to really succeed, especially in our operations and in all our academic activities for this school year. We have these distinctive features of AMC College. I would like to emphasize that since we are an Adventist education, we emphasize on spiritual values, on moral conduct, and then as a tool, we have this academic excellence. Okay? Now, we have this policy on admission and retention. But actually, this is just very general. It reminds us, no? And I hope you can feel this one. Those of you who just registered or enrolled this school year, we would like to assure you that AMC College accepts students irrespective of race, religious affiliations, socio-economic status, cultural and family background, academic standing in previous schools, and past life. Okay? So there is no discrimination in AMC College. However, having been admitted, a student is expected to come up with the academic standards and to observe the rules and regulations on student conduct maintained by the college. So this is in accordance with the AMC College open admission, but we have sort of selective retention policy. For this academic year, we have this school calendar. So it is divided. The school year or the academic year is divided into 2 semesters, each semester with 18 school weeks. And of course, we have a summer term of 6 weeks. So when is our first semester? Actually, we already have started with our first semester this week because we are having this academic activity, the virtual orientations. So for the first semester, it is from August to December of this year. Second semester will start in January and end in May. That is already 2022. And then we have the intersemestral or summer term in June and July of 2022. Okay, and most of the programs or all of the programs that we are offering here in AMC College actually have summer subjects. Okay, so students are encouraged to enroll during summer so that you will not be delayed and you will not have problems catching up, especially when you have some difficulties in your professional subjects. And we also remind everybody that there are subjects or courses which are prerequisites to the next subject in the higher level. So be sure that you will be able to catch up, you will not be delayed, and you can march together with your batch during graduation. Okay? And then we have this mode of learning. Okay. With reference and in adherence to the COVID-19 advisories and guidelines of the Commission on Higher Education, and even the Department of Education, and also in coordination with the Interagency Task Force, the local IATF, AMC College has this learning continuity plan. Okay? So we have transitioned and conformed into the new normal framework of teaching and learning as prescribed by CHED and DepEd. So that is flexible learning with its learning environment, a unique one which simply heals. So AMC College learning platform is holistic education and adaptive learning system, or HEALS. All right, for the mode of learning or the approaches for teaching and learning vary. And then for this time, AMC College will still be adopting the flexible learning. However, that's why it's called flexible because we can make some adjustments in our approaches. As CHED defines flexible learning, it is the design and delivery of programs, courses, learning interventions that address learners' unique needs in terms of place, pace, process, and products of learning. So it involves the use of digital and non-digital technology and covers both face-to-face, in-person learning, and out-of-classroom learning modes of delivery, or even a combination of modes of delivery. So I have here down below the different modes of learning. It ensures the continuity of inclusive and accessible education when the use of traditional modes of teaching is not feasible. Just like this time, some programs are not yet allowed to conduct face-to-face classes. So we have to adopt full online for these programs which have not been approved to conduct face-to-face. So for this time, we have this face-to-face or in-person classes. CHED has given us, or he's issued us, the authority to open our campuses for our students in the BSPT program, Bachelor of Science in Physical Therapy. We were granted the authority in July of this year. And then, of course, this will not be only for face-to-face laboratory classes inside the campus, but also for the clinical internship. And very soon, we just have to complete all the documentary requirements because we still need some of this data or documents from our students in the end of our students and also in the part of the department. But the retrofitting the campus is very much ready. We have been visited by the IATF, by CHED and the DOH, and we are approved of our safety here in the campus. So we have opened our campus already. Just have to wait for the BSN and the BSNT program, but definitely we will have our face-to-face encounters with our students when they will be having their face-to-face laboratory classes and clinical internship. Because you see, the situation now is different from what we had before. So we need to adjust and we need to wait patiently. And then we also have full online. This makes use of digital resources, technology, both synchronous and asynchronous, using our LMS. And then for our science subjects, we also conduct virtual laboratory activities. And then, of course, there are times when the blended learning will also be adapted. That is the combination. Actually, this is what we are doing now. It's the combination of non-digital and digital platforms. That includes already the modular approach. Okay, I think you are now interested to learn also about our grading system. We have adapted in AMC College this averaging grading system, which is zero-based, and we make use of letter grades. So for this semester, we are going to have 4 terms or 4 grading periods. We have the prelim, midterm, semifinals, and finals. So as I think, as mentioned earlier by our Director of Student Finance, you need to follow the schedule for our examinations. So again, we have the 4 terms: prelim, midterm, semifinals, and finals. So for the whole duration of the first semester, there are 5 months. We divided that into 4 terms. I think from 3 to 5 weeks because of some interruptions. Then we will be having your major examinations after 3 to 5 years, 5 weeks of holding your classes. Okay. Then we have this distribution of term grades. We have 50% for the examinations or the summative tests and 50% for the learning outcomes. That includes your performance tasks and other requirements. Okay. And then the subject grade computation, especially for subjects or courses with laboratory, we have the lecture 60% and laboratory 40% of your grade for a certain term. For the passing grade, once we are done with the semester, we are going to compute the average, dividing your grades for prelim, midterm, semifinals, and finals by 4. Then you will have your subject grade. The passing grade for each subject is actually D. That is 60%. I am referring to the general grading system because other departments have also their own grading system, okay, especially for the professional subjects. So the passing grade is D, that is equivalent to 60%, right? So ayaw mo kabalaka if in your grade sheet, you will receive a grade of, or grade report, you will have a grade of 60 because that is equivalent to D. It means you passed the subject. And then F, of course, is failed. That is if you get a grade below 60. And we don't give INC or blank grades because CHED will not allow this. Okay? So we have to really be clear with this grading system because students, we want you to be conscious of your performance. And then if you have problems with the grades, you can always approach your teacher and ask for some explanations, verifications. Okay, I know they are willing to accommodate you and to help you if ever you have problems on grades. Okay, I think I will have to proceed to this one right away because we still have some presentations after me. Now, recognitions, this is about academic awards that we are giving to students, especially to those who are performing well. In fact, it should be excellent academic performance. So students, be motivated. Do not get discouraged. Let's say in one term, you get a very low score in your examination. You can still make it up, bawi sa inyong mga learning outcomes and other requirements, and then you still have 3 other terms para makabawi. Academic awards will be, again, given to students who are able to maintain excellent academic performance. And if you aspire for academic honors when you graduate, then you have to perform really well since you are in first year, okay? And maintain that until you reach the 4th year, because AMC College will prepare for you these honors and awards because you deserve this one, and you will make everybody happy, especially your parents, especially your parents. And this will be your ticket, no? This will be your pass, especially if you are going to find employment after your graduation. Of course, you still have to make sure that you pass in the board examinations. All right. So before I will end, I would just like to share this to you, my dear students. The parents are also around, and even those faculty and staff who are present, that the AMC College Learning Continuity Plan, that which we are adopting now, is formulated to reflect the framework and system for the shift of flexible learning approaches that are anchored on the capability of the institution. So sa makaya lang yun sa institution. And of course, our faculty and staff. And considering also the capability of the students. Although some challenges and inconveniences will be expected, such as the slow or poor internet connectivity, difficulty of finding suitable online resources, lack of appropriate digital skills to teach and to learn. We have also health issues and lack of motivation. We also have this concern on low collection and many others. This framework for flexible learning shall be implemented, properly managed, and should gain appropriate support. That includes you. The framework also reflects principles of effective change, which should be considered as a gauge through which continuous improvement will be permanent part of AMC College culture. So, AMC College strongly believes that success of every noble endeavor is a product of a conglomerate effort in the implementation of a conscientious plan. Above all, the divine intervention make all things possible for God's glory and honor. So I would like to leave this to you. With God as our master teacher, we educate as one. With God as our servant leader, we care as one. And with God as our great physician, we heal as one. Thank you. Thank you for the time. And I pray that every one of you will have a happy stay with us here in Adventist Medical Center College. Thank you so much once again.
Okay, so thank you so much. And Dr. Roby, it's time for you to introduce the department heads and the different programs.
Okay. All right. Okay, to all the students, to all the participants who are here this morning in our virtual orientation, I am happy and I am honored to present to you the people, your department heads, who will be taking care of you in the pursuit of education in AMC College. We have from the Education Department, Madam Sheila Sokwahe. Okay, I hope we can also share if we have some photos later. Okay, so we have from the nursing, the Dean of the School of Nursing is Dr. Maria Almira Nebres. From the Department of Nutrition and Dietetics, the department head is Miss Genevieve Tonog. And then for the medical technology, the department head is Dr. Sarah Casio. For the pharmacy department, the department head is Mrs. Christy Bayola. Physical therapy, yes, for the physical therapy, you will be with Mr. Nestor Balboa as your department head.
Morning.
Thank you. And for the radiologic technology, we have Mr. Jeter Bukayan as your department head. So these people again, yeah, for the high school department, I think the principal is also here. Sorry. The principal of AMCC Academy is Master Danilo Guardarama.
General Education.
Yes. The General Education Department, which is actually a department that caters to all the needs of the first year and the second year students mostly. This is the service department of all the other programs. We have the head of the General Education Department, Dr. Mirasol Baguio.
Okay, so let's hear some short message and greetings from our different department heads. Let's start from the Education Department, followed by the General Education, and then by the High School Department, and then Nursing, and up to Radiologic Technology. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I know there, Ma'am Lai, Doc
Yes,
Lai.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to really invite you, if you feel that you have the heart to nurture and hone the sleeping giants, to develop the students' capabilities, and to build the future of our world, then come to Adventist Medical Center College and take up Bachelor of Science in Secondary Education major in English Language Teaching and Bachelor of Elementary Education major in General Curriculum. Taking up education is a noble calling, and the compensation comes from deep within, because seeing the future pillars or seeing the world led by those students who were once under your care is a great fulfillment. It is a priceless treasure that no wealth or no monetary compensation could ever, I would never trade that with any treasure. So come and build the future of the whole world. Nurture the brain, the sleeping giants of everyone. Be a teacher. We are the heroes of the world. Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you so much from the Education Department. And let's hear from the High School Department. Pastor Dan Guardarama. Or from, let's move forward to the next department. From the General Education Department, Dr. Mirasol. Wala. Hear from the Nursing Department.
Good morning, ma'am. I will be presenting in behalf of Dr. Nepres.
Okay, go ahead, please.
share my screen. Let Ma'am, can you allow me to share my screen? Ma'am, can you see my screen?
Wala.
Okay, Sir Balboa, are you ready for your
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending this general orientation. So I would like to just to make it short, since we'll be having also our departmental orientation tomorrow. I would just like to welcome all the students. Welcome to Adventist Medical Center College, especially those who are enrolled in physical therapy department. Hoping to see you in our virtual class as well as in our limited face-to-face classes, especially those who belong to level 2 and level 3 students. For the first year, of course, we'll be just seeing for the meantime, for the 2 semesters, we'll be seeing virtually. But don't worry, because when you reach the level 2, then we'll be seeing you face-to-face. So again, thank you. And please keep safe, especially that we are facing difficult times today in Iligan City because of the increasing number of COVID infections. So please keep safe, everyone, and observe minimum safety protocols. Thank you.
So much, Sir Balboa. So if there are still department heads who wants to say they're welcome to our students, you may do so today, because I believe tomorrow will be the orientation by department, and you can just present your slide during your orientation tomorrow. And for those of you who are department heads and want to give some welcome message to our students, especially to our new ones, the freshmen and the transferees, then I'm giving you the time. And if there is none, then we proceed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, yes, Dr. Casio is here, the Dean of the Medical Technology Department. Yes, Doctor, it's your time.
Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome to AMCC. You have chosen the right school. And I would just like to promote our college for those who would like to discover the world unseen by the naked eye. Then come and join us. Here, who are the heroes as the right hand, serving as heroes to the right hand of the physicians, helping them in the diagnosis and management of the patients. Join us here and see you there. Welcome to AMCC.
The voice of the Dean of the Department of Medical Technology. Thank you so much, Dr. Casio. And any other from the other department? How about RadTech department? Okay, so if there is no more department heads wants to say their welcome speech, then let's proceed to the open forum. It's now time for us to answer some of your questions. And the first question here is about the library. Librarian, this is for your question. There's a question here. How about online books? Can they access to the books that they want to borrow online? Sir Jeremy, are you around? Wala naman. So here another question from the MedTech. I think this is from the MedTech doc. It's all about the uniform. How about the uniform of the medical technology students?
So as announced earlier, since we are still hiding in each of our rooms and each of our houses, for those who are still not going to internship, the lower years, well, we can just advise you to wear, of course, your formal attire, especially during online face-to-face through the line and through the net, or you can wear white. Well, especially, say, for example, for my classes, I advise my students to wear the white top shirt and top blouses, no sandals, no etc. That would be telling what you are doing in your houses. So you have to hide kung sa inyong background sa balay. Okay? Please wear formal, top, especially the top blouses and top shirts.
Okay, so thank you so much. And I believe that those students in your respective department, you can directly ask them tomorrow so that your department heads or your department can answer your questions relevant to your department. So here is another question. Will books be e-books, ma'am, or not hard copy? Where is now our librarian? Sir Jeremy, are you there to answer questions about library operation?
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Jeremy, please answer some of the questions addressed to the library.
Saan ni ma'am katong about sa e-books?
About the e-books?
As I posted and replied, just feel free to message me regarding these e-books so that I can give you the link.
Okay, so just email.
Just message me or email me. Okay. Messenger or email. I can send you the link.
Okay. Okay, so for the student to ask question, you can email or message the librarian at Jimmy Pager so that he can share the link for you so that you can access the library or books or whatever you want in the library. Okay. Bakit po hindi kasama ang RadTech? Okay, bakit daw hindi kasama ang RadTech BS okay. Good morning po. Bakit po hindi kasama ang BS Pharmacy sa my F2F? So address to the academics, Dr. Roby.
Okay, the question is about the pharmacy department. Bakit hindi kasama sa face-to-face? Yeah, actually, the Commission on Higher Education is still in the process of preparing the guidelines for the limited face-to-face classes of the pharmacy program. So as of this time, we have not received the guidelines yet, but initially, what we know is it will be guidelines will be for the clinical internship or the community internship for the pharmacy program only, not the laboratory classes yet. But we will wait for that, and we are hoping that it will really be pushed through.
Okay, how about the nursing? Now, about the nursing down, Doc.
Yeah, I hope Ma'am Almira Nebras is here, but anyway, I can also answer for her that query on the face-to-face application. Yes, the nursing program has actually submitted the requirements to CHED, and then after evaluation, they have still some recommendations. In the end of the students, we need to collect the deed of undertaking, the parents' consent, and even their plan for or their preference for their continuity program or continuity plan. They can have their leave of absence. They can choose only to enroll in the, in the classes without clinical laboratory, without skills laboratory. So only for the Gen Ed subjects particularly. So for this, we are still awaiting for the final approval and issuance of our authority. But once we can submit all of these remaining documents, as what I have mentioned earlier, the deed of undertaking is very important, because this is not as easy as what we imagine. We are also considering the situation now, the community quarantine status here in Iligan City. As you see, these students will be coming in for their face-to-face laboratory classes in the skills lab. We want to make sure that everything and everyone is safe, especially when you will be having your clinical internship in the hospital in AMCI and the GTLMH. Okay, so mao na siyang atong ginahulat o ginaampo gyud nga ma-improve na untang atong health situation here in Iligan, so that we can now send our interns to these hospitals in Iligan for their clinical exposure. So maura na po siyang atong ginahulat, and CHED also would like to make sure na safe ang atong mga estudyante.
Okay, so thank you. So here is another very relevant question. Hello po, how about po doon sa WELA account, no enrollment ledger found po yung nalabas kahit na nakapag-down payment na po for tuition? Can answer this from among the WELA group. So WELA group, ma'am. Yeah, there are two questions regarding WELA. Another question in regards to the WELA account, how would we know that we enrolled already, and how can we reach our department heads and instructors though they send SMS? Yes, I have paid already my down payment. So another, one who can answer this, Dr. Ruby?
Yeah, Dr. Lai, I think we just have to take note of those questions or inquiries from our students since.
Okay. Since the WELA, okay.
Person in charge is around.
Good. Another, this is for the finance people. Good. Probably Ma'am Morente can answer this one. I'm sure she can answer. May I ask if okay to pay the remaining na bayro nun in full? Of course. Ma'am Mercy? The question here is, ma'am, I asked daw siya if the remaining balance is, okay. Ma'am, we cannot hear you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Again, ma'am?
Yeah, may I ask if okay to pay the remaining bayro noon in full?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So for the student, Jermriel Pamisa, of course, very okay to pay your remaining balance in full. So thank you so much if you could come and pay your remaining balance. Okay, the same question. The same question, no? Dr. Robia answered this question already with regards to the RadTech na wala pang face-to-face. These are the what is this? The programs na hindi pa nabigyan ng pahintulot ng CHED. Only yung meron tayo, nursing, PT, and medtech. Okay?
Dr. Demol, may I add?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Yes, this is regarding the BS RadTech program, yung plano din for face-to-face. Actually, CHED is trying to finalize the guidelines. This is for the BS Pharmacy, BS RadTech, and BS ND programs. So soon, kung matapos na yung guidelines, and then there will be a a general orientation on this. They will release the guidelines, and of course the HEIs, including AMC College, will have to prepare all the requirements, and then that will be that time that CHED will also issue the authority as soon as we are done with all the requirements, pero based on the guidelines that will still be coming out.
Okay, so wait lang ta mga RadTech and Pharma ha. Okay, students. So another question from addressed to the library. To the librarian, I mean, hard copy po ba yung books na magagamit? Mas prefer ko kasi hard copy. So paanong strategy ang gagawin mo nito po, Sir Librarian?
As I mentioned earlier, there are other options that we are adopting. Number one is, if you can message me or message us prior to your visit, then it would be much better because we can prepare the books that you wanted to borrow. Or the other option is, you can also email us for that inquiry. And as I've said earlier, although it might be an extra mile, but as part of our services during this time, we can provide you some pictures, or I can take pictures and send it to you as to what materials or what topics that you wanted to know regarding your research. At this time, if possible, we will adopt this limited contacts, if possible, with the students. So just feel free to message me. Do not be afraid or ashamed, no? So that's part of our services during this time, and we are flexible with that. So just message me on the Facebook, Jimmy Pager, or my email address, pager144@yahoo.com.
Okay,
Simple
so
as that.
thank you so much, Sir Jeremy. So address to the college registrar. Good morning, ma'am. For clarification na po, should we submit the original copy of PSA? It was announced earlier na mag-submit, but the last time I called the school, photocopy lang po. Ingon, thank you. Sir Dan, Ikarma, yeah. Sir Dan, are you still around? Original ba daw ang PSA na isubmit sa na document? Clarification daw po. Can you answer this, Dr. Bay, about the submission of PSA to, is it original or photocopy?
Original do, ma'am.
Hello?
Original.
Original. Okay, original. Original po ang PSA na isa-submit ninyo.
All documents to be submitted sa registrar original.
Daw?
All documents submitted to registrar is original.
Okay, so all documents to be submitted to the registrars are original. Okay? So thank you so much for that. Good morning, ma'am. I would like to ask about our online classes. Mag-post ba o announcement ang mga professor sa silid about updates sa class nila, especially for the freshmen? Ma'am Dr. Ruby?
Yes, we expect the teachers to post their announcements in Wella at first, and I think if there is a plan for them to transfer to another platform or another LMS, then it will be upon the agreement of the teacher and the students. But please, all the announcements this time for the new students are through Wella. And tomorrow, of course, there will be, departmental orientations, so that will also be taken up. Thank you.
Okay, so I hear another question addressed to the registrar. Good morning. Makakakuha po ba ng COR kahit hindi pa completely enrolled?
Mahinungdanon sa industriya sa
kulon.
Kulon ba ka ng
yes, Ma'am Lai?
Yes, there is a question here, Sir Dan.
Yes, ma'am.
Makakakuha po ba ng COR kahit hindi pa completely enrolled?
Once you're not approved yet by the registrar, you cannot have your COR yet. So once approved na ng registrar, then that is the time you can have your COR.
Okay, so Janet Pimario, you cannot still get your COR because you are not yet officially enrolled. Okay?
Ma'am Lai?
Yes po.
This is to announce that we are pending on approving the enrollment of the students because Wella is still updating their system.
Okay, so there are a lot of questions here about Wella, and I don't know if there are representatives from the Wella present in this platform so that you can answer some. Naaba, Sir Dan? Okay, we'll just ano na lang.
Online.
Yes, Sir Joel.
Ma'am, kanang mga specific question about Wella, ipa-PM lang kang Sir Q or sa ako message.
Okay, sige.
Mga specific questions.
Specific question. Okay, announcement from the Wella team. If you have specific questions regarding your Wella account, please direct it by sending email or message to Sir Q, to Sir Carwella, or to Sir Joel Hanes. Okay? Thank you so much.
Okay, Ma'am Lai. Ma'am Lai.
Yes po.
Can we give time to Ma'am Cheryl Sahulga to say something also about their program for the BSMT1 students? Okay. Regarding F2F especially. Thank you.
Okay. Ma'am Sahulga, are you there? So I'm giving you now the time.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Dr. Lai. Good morning. Good morning, everyone from the Medical Technology Department. I have an announcement. I would like to clarify something about the face-to-face classes. Kaya kasi na-confuse ang uban, no? Lagi po to lagi. So, wala. Oh, okay, sorry. So, ang face-to-face classes po is although naana tayo face-to-face classes, pero ang mag-join ana ang 4th year, ang 3rd year, during the first sem karon. While ang second year, ang face-to-face ninyo dito pa sa second sem. First year, wala pa po. Wala pa face-to-face classes. So, mao lang na akong i-clarify kay basig malisang na ang mga first year no. Hala, face-to-face na diay mo na nami. So, wala pa. Dito pa ang face-to-face classes nato dito pa na mag-start during sa pag second year ninyo, second sem. So, second year, dito pa pud mo mag face-to-face sa January next year sa second sem. Well, ang third year, waiting na lang ni sila karon ang third year kung kanos ang mag-start. So, mao lang po ako ang announcement and thank you everyone.
Hello, Ma'am Lai. Good morning. Hello, Ma'am Lai. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Dr. Nebres. Dr. Nebres is the Dean of the School of Nursing, I mean. Go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Lai. I would like to welcome the enrollees for the nursing program. We would like to welcome you in the world of nurses. And for this, I would just like to announce to the first year nursing students that our face-to-face program will start on the second semester this academic year. So that means for the first semester, we don't have yet face-to-face program for our students in the nursing. And then for the second year, third year, and fourth year, we will be giving you an orientation as to the specific activities of the department tomorrow. So please stay by and we can ask questions during that time. Thank you so much and God bless us all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nebres. Okay, any more? So it's very, sir, pwede nyo from the Wela, sir, pwede nyo ilagay sa chat box kung kanino i-email ang mga questions about sa Wela. Sir Jewel and Sir Q, paki-type para makita.
I-type na ko akong name of kang Sir Q.
Na?
Oo.
Okay, so please check, students, please check na sa chat box ang address ni Sir Jewel and ni Sir Q. Thank you so much. Okay, so good morning, ma'am. Is there a discount if fully paid ang tuition for the first semester? There is a question here. So addressed to the finance. Is there a discount if ever, if fully paid ang tuition for the first semester? Pila po ang discount, ma'am?
Hello, Doc.
Yes?
Representative lang sa atong Director of Student Finance kay BC pa.
Okay, sige,
Yes,
sige.
na-discount 10% if mag-fully paid, 10% of the tuition fee only. Ana lang, Doc.
Okay,
If
so
ever mag-full payment ng student, ang discount is 10% of the tuition fee only.
Okay, so I hope that's clear for the one who asked that question. So mag-pay na in full para may discount pa o 10% sa tuition only. Okay. Thank you so much. Then what are the prerequisites to approve the register box in our web? Okay, so this is WELA account. Again, please refer to the names na gi-present diha and you can message Sir Rick Carwela and Jewel Panes for your specific questions regarding our WELA. Okay, so thank you so much.
Ma'am Lai,
Yes, Sir Dan.
regarding the approval of their enrollment, we cannot yet approve as to this time because WILA is still updating their system.
Okay, so for the one who you have heard from Dr. Ikarma na the WELA system is still updating, so dili pa
may maka-click sa
dili
approve.
pa maka-click sa approve. Okay? So thank you so much. More questions before we end? Any more? Any more questions? Can I kindly request the full address of the registrar's office for delivery purposes? Asa na to? Delivery purposes. Okay, you can address to Adventist Medical Center College, Barangay San Miguel, then just care of a registrar's office. Di ba sir, pwede na yung ganon?
Ma'am Lai, they can just address it to the registrar, Adventist Medical Center College, Barangay San Miguel, Iligan City. It will reach
Okay.
our office.
Okay, so it will reach their office, no? So ganun lang po, yung gustong magpadala, no? So registrar's office, AMC College, Barangay San Miguel, Iligan City.
Ako na lang yung chat, Ma'am Lai.
Yes po, sige.
Okay.
Wala na? Wala na po bang mga questions dito? So by the way, no, if you have some questions, kung kayo ay nursing student, medtech students, or radtech students, or MD students, or PT, o anumang student kayo na belong ng mga department, then tomorrow, please don't miss your departmental orientation and you can ask all questions you want and we will answer all those questions in mind. So don't forget to attend to the departmental orientation tomorrow. Okay, thank you so much. And I hope that na humana ang ato ang mga pangutana because our time is already 11:43. So, we have come to an end of our students orientation program today. And on behalf of the AMC College, I'd like to thank you all for joining us. And we are glad to have you all. Thank you so much for choosing AMC College. And I believe God sent you here for a purpose. So don't miss that purpose. So students, your journey towards a better future begins right here. And it begins right now. So AMC College, the cradle of your dreams, will journey with you until you reach your full potential. Huwag lang kayong bibitiw, huwag lang lilipat, and you will become the best of what you are. I wish and pray that you will have a fruitful and successful semester with us. Together, we will build your future. Once again, thank you everyone for joining us. So, stay safe and healthy. And God bless you all. So before we end, we'll sing our school song, and I would like to request Pastor Guardarama, if he is still around, to offer the closing prayer. Or if Pastor Guardarama is not around, then we can also request another person, Pastor Dr. Roger Lopez, to offer the prayer after our school song. So thank you everyone, and God bless you all. Sir Lalay.
I will just do it, ma'am.
Okay. We are yet singing the school song. Can you hear it? Pastor Sergas. Pastor Sergas.
Yes, ma'am.
Nahuman ang kanta.
Yes, ma'am. Wala pa ba?
Is it playing now?
Yeah, it's playing. But walang audio. Walay audio, Sir Lai. A lovely cradle of her dream. Naman siguro ni.
From places near and far, we've come our lives to prepare. Amid the rush of city life, a lovely cradle of our dreams, building faith in God and destiny. A school unmarred by creed or race will serve our Maker and humanity to places far and near. We raise our voices to you, AMC College, build our hopes, make our dreams, differently winding our paths may be, your visions grand inspire us through, your noble standard we shall always bear, AMC College ever be. We raise our voices to you, AMC College, build our hopes, make our dreams, differently winding our paths may be, to be our best our gift to you, at home or abroad keep shining through, AMC College ever be.
It has audio man in the Facebook, but here in the Zoom, wala. Anyway, okay, it's about to be completed. So, Pastor Lopez will offer the closing prayer. Pastor? Okay, mana?
Hello, good morning. We are to close our general orientation this morning with a prayer. May I invite everybody to join us in prayer. Let us pray. Our great God who art in heaven, this beautiful day, O God. We give you back the glory and the honor for giving us the opportunity to be with our students this day during the general orientation in preparation for the opening of classes this August 23. May you be with all of our students. Please, O Lord God, protect them from COVID-19 and from other illnesses, that their lives will be protected from any diseases, that nothing will hinder them of pursuing their quest for education. We pray as well for their parents. May you be with them in their endeavors. Be with them in whatever they do. May it be business, may it be farming, fishing, and other industries. May you bless them so that they will be able to support their students financially this semester and onwards until the students will graduate from your institution. We would like to pray as well for all of us, workers in the Adventist Medical Center College, that you will be with us, that you will use us mightily, especially with the responsibility that you have entrusted to us to mold our students according to your pattern and prepare them for the world of work. And, oh God, we pray as well that you will allow us to prepare them as well for your kingdom. Be with us this day, with the remaining hours of the day as we continue to do our responsibility. Protect us from harm, from accidents, and from calamities. Thank you so much for hearing us. For we ask all this in the mighty name of Jesus we pray. Amen.
So thank you everyone and have a nice day.
Thank you, Dr. Lai.
Yes, it's my pleasure. Thank you all.
Students and parents.
Yeah, parents also, thank you for joining us. Malamang.
Welcome to the Adventist Medical Center College Iligan Incorporated, formerly the Mindanao Sanitarium and Hospital College, is one of the colleges of the Seventh-day Adventist Church located in Iligan City, Philippines, recognized by CHED to offer allied health and medical sciences through the philosophy of Adventist education. AMCC offers the following programs: Bachelor of Science in Medical Technology. This program provides students with the necessary skills and training in conducting laboratory tests that are used in detecting, diagnosing, preventing, and treating various diseases. Bachelor of Science in Nursing. This program aims to develop nursing students who are capable of providing holistic care to individuals of different ages, gender, and health statuses. Bachelor of Science in Nutrition and Dietetics. This program teaches students with the principles and procedures of the use of food for therapeutic purposes in the management of persons suffering from a disease. Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy. This program designs students to focus on the identification, discovery, isolation, synthesis, and formulation of biologically active compounds for clinical use. Bachelor of Science in Physical Therapy. This program teaches students the knowledge and skills in the rehabilitation and treatment of individuals with disabilities resulting from injury, illness, and aging. Bachelor of Science in Radiology Technology. This program trains students on the operation of medical imaging equipment such as X-rays, CT scanners, MRIs, sonogram machines, and 3D medical imaging programs, among other computer and web-based software programs. AMCC also offers complete junior and senior high school, grades 7, 8, 9, and 10 for the junior high school and grades 11 and 12 for the senior high school, with the following academic strands: accountancy and business management, humanities and social sciences, and science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Also, AMCC offers preschool education from nursery to kindergarten 1 and 2. AMCC is headed by exemplary administrators and excellent faculty and staff equipped to give future allied health professionals the necessary knowledge and skills to be efficient and effective health practitioners. Now, AMCC's internet connectivity through Wi-Fi is accessible anywhere you are in the campus. To aspire greater challenges in the fields of health and academia amidst challenges, AMCC is now ready to offer its quality education through the new Learning Management System platform, where teachers are completely hands-on. AMCC LMS serves as a safe and secure yet stable and special mode of learning where students can still acquire the necessary lessons while online. We in the Adventist Medical Center College are prepared to conduct classes in the new normal setting. The teachers worked hard and are guided by the core values: academic integrity and accessibility, moral uprightness and motivation, creativity and consistency, commitment and compassion. AMCC does not only promote cultural diversity and provide globally prepared graduates. We also value what you can become, because AMCC heals high-class education and adaptable learning system. Come and enroll now at Adventist Medical Center College, Iligan, and build your future with us.